Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Zippedeedoodah Bracelet, and this was designed by a souls provider on Instagram. I will make sure to have his name in the description box below, and I will bring up his account here on Instagram really quick for you. So, okay, here we are, souls provider. Like I said before, I will have his name in the description box below, so make sure to check out his Instagram here and give him a follow for me. Scrolling through his account, he does create a ton of original designs, and they're all super duper beautiful. A lot of tutorials have been done by other people, but he has asked me to do a couple of them, so I am very excited to be doing them. And you can keep an eye out for those in the future. And yeah, so again, souls provider, I will have his name in the description box below, and I'm going to show you how to make this today. You're going to need either a crochet hook or a rainbow loom hook. I'm using a double-ended crochet hook here today, but if you don't have a double-ended one, that is okay. You can still just use a regular hook. It's just easier for me to do a tutorial with a double-ended hook, so I don't have to struggle with picking up all the bands. So this is what the bracelet looks like. It is very nice, and it's about as wide as the Swiss Alps bracelet by Lumi Mama, but it is obviously different in the center. So in this bracelet I used 3 colors. Today I'm only going to be using 2, so let's go ahead and get started. Taking your first color, which in this bracelet is the burgundy, I am using neon green today. It is the neon green, sorry. You're going to go ahead and just cap this band on your hook. Then you're going to take your second band and pull that through. But before you close, you actually want to lift one of those loops and then reattach. But when you do lift one of those loops, make sure to hold on to both of them with your finger, because if you don't, it will pop out and it will just fall apart. So make sure you are holding on to that and that it stays in this correct order. Take your second color. I'm using this tie-dye, and you're going to pull it through those first 2 loops. You're going to lift this farthest one back onto your hook and close. Then you're going to go ahead and switch this around on your hook. Just for the time being, I'm going to take it off and turn it around. Make sure that all of your bands do stay aligned. You're actually going to take this first loop off and then reclaim that other side of the cap band. And you now have 2 green loops here. You're going to take that same tie-dye color again, pull it through the first 2 loops, and lift that one farthest from your hook and put it back on your hook. So now you should have both ends of your cap band kind of down here, and then that band that we pulled through is going to be up on your hook. Now comes a little bit more tricky part. We're going to be crossing these bands twice. So you're going to take this band, the 3rd loop or the 2nd tie-dye loop, and you're going to cross it over that 4th one, just like that. But then you're going to take this new 3rd loop, which is actually the other end of this band out here, and you're going to cross it back over. Make sure that you do it in this order, this way of crossing. So now you have both ends of the bands on each side. So this end here is the same as the one that's in front of my finger, and then this one over here is the one that is behind my finger. So I would recommend holding those right there if you can. And then you're going to take your neon green band, you're going to pull it through the first 3 loops here. It can be a little bit tricky. Then you're going to lift that farthest one back onto your hook and reattach. Now you have 6 loops on your hook still. You're going to go ahead and switch it around to the other end. Okay, make sure that your bands do stay aligned. And you're going to pull your green band through these first 3 loops once you've turned it around. You're going to lift this farthest one back up onto your hook as well. So now you should have something like this, and what we're going to be doing is repeating what we did with these tie-dye bands. So taking this 3rd loop or the 2nd neon green loop and crossing it over the 3rd, and then taking that new 3rd band and pulling on it a little bit so you have a bit of leeway with this, and cross it back over to the side where the other band is. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to get them crossed, but once you get the hang of it, it should be pretty easy. So now you're going to take 2 of your next color, pull the first one through those first 3 loops, and then pull this farthest one back up onto the hook And once you have that, make sure that your bands do stay organized here. You can go ahead and push this down to the other end. You should have 6 loops on your hook at all time. I'm going to go ahead and push that down and take my second band, pull it through the new first 3 bands because we switched sides. You're going to lift that green band, which is farthest from your hook. So now you should have something like this. And the band that is in front that crosses, so here you can see the tie-dye band crosses kind of like this, and then the green band kind of crosses like this. So they cross different directions for each color, so make sure that they are doing that, and that, because that is how the bracelet is supposed to go here. So starting here, I have the Caribbean green going one way, the yellow going the other, then the burgundy going the same way as the first one. So just make sure that the bands cross the same way, or oh my gosh, I can't talk. The bands, they cross the opposite way for each section. I can't even talk today. So you're going to take this tie-dye band and cross it over. You're going to lift this tie-dye band and cross it over that one. And just cross it back kind of to itself. So it's going to look a little bit like a twisty tie kind of, if you have ever seen those when you twist them together. And then you're going to pull that band over the end of the hook, make sure that it is the correct band, and then you're going to lift that tie-dye band back on. Make sure your bands stay in order. Sometimes this tie-dye band wants to cross over because it's being pulled by the other band, but you will want to make sure that it stays in the right order. You're now going to pull this to the other end and turn my hook around, grab this band, and pull through the first 3. You're going to lift that tie-dye one farthest from your hook and reattach. And that is the process all the way down the loom. So if you're using 2 colors, you will see that every other step, or all of the colors are going to be crossed the same way. So my tie-dye bands are all going to be crossed this way, going like that, and then my green bands are going to be crossed that way. So anyway, you can go ahead and rewind if you still need some explanations, but I hope you have the process by now. It is a fairly simple bracelet to get. This is one of Soul's Provider's more simple designs, but it is nonetheless a very beautiful design, so make sure to check him out on Instagram. And that's all I'm going to have for this video, so thank you for watching, and make sure to give a thumbs up. I will, oh, and subscribe. I can't apparently talk today. I will have Soul's Provider's name in the description box below, so make sure to check him out on Instagram and give him a follow for me. And that's all I'm going to have for this video, so, oh wait, and I hope to see you next time.